Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
There are no stupid questions.
There really is.
All right, ladies and let me put this up, gentlemen, we are back. This is Captain Valen and the crew coming back with the Bleach Soul Warfare game. This has been a little bit of a hiatus because life is like that. And we're going to start off with a recap and then do a little more introductions for those that, have stuck with us and those that are new. All right, pass it off to our fabulous DM, Bill.
All right, so our last session took place actually immediately after the one before with a weapons test for the Quincy. In that, or not for the Quincy, for the Shinigami. In that, you did discover a Quincy underground area and basically loot the entire thing. Unfortunately, that's illegal, and as such, you all had to quickly attempt to cover your tracks. In the session before this one, you attempted to, and sadly, failed with most of your items. They were confiscated by the Sixth Squad captain, Shogata's father, who you later found out was holding the items and how he got them ransom until demands were met by the Central 46. People have been told to both keep an eye on him and to not take requests from him. Afterwards, you all met with the 12 Squad captain, revealed you had managed to save one set of Quincy items, sold gems to him that may or may not contain items, and then went on a vacation to the human world and met some human who Shogata seems to know. After that, two hollows attacked with a house holding a strange alternate version of your own tree, your own fruit tree, being found there and almost burned down in their attack. You managed to kill both of them, came back, and just as you returned to the spirit world, you were greeted by a messenger bearing a summons. And before we go into what that summons was, I'm going to go through who everyone is. I'm going to start with Red.
Yeah. All right. So I play Lil Zanny Vert. She's big. She doesn't like Soul Society. She don't like structure. She's a wildling. Um, that's pretty much it. Oh, and she likes fire.
We also discovered a new part of Zenny in that before the weapons test, by about a few days, she had found herself distracted during meditation with her Zanpakuto, constantly thinking back to old spirits and other things that hung out with her in the forest. She, in attempting to summon one again, summoned what she now refers to as her fire spirit, who is going to help her out in combat. Up next, we have Austin.
Hi, I'm Jack Gould. I play an artificer. I do most of the science work for the group, and I tinker with shit.
All right, yep. And speaking of tinkering with shit, the last time you remember working on a project other than part of the creation for the very soul bait device you tested during the weapons test, you were being given a actually no, it was afterwards as the rest of the party went to the human world. The sorry, hold on. I seem to be having an issue. The 12 Squad lieutenant had put you in charge of doing something with excess Ryasu that was coming off a recently invented weapon. With it, you managed to create a sort of aura around the weapon that allowed it to change the method in which it did damage. Upon returning to Lieutenant, he congratulated you, which is quite out of character for the lieutenant. He is very business professional, but also not nice. You did your job, good job. That tends to be his look in things. And then he just kind of walked away as he seemed to have been given a new idea from what you made. Just as he did, however, your captain's messenger bird arrived containing a grim message, which we will get into in just a second. Up next, we have Valen.
Hey, it's me, Captain Valen. I play Yamato Shogata, a super highborn Shinigami whose enigmatic connection to certain things has caused a stir recently. And he's just looking for as much information right now as possible.
All right. And during the few days before the weapon test, Shogata found himself reading yet again the book given to him by the wild creatures over in the land of the beasts. And at first, it was difficult for him to do so, as the beasts don't, while they speak English, they do not speak it in the same way when they're talking to each other. They speak symbolically, they use very different terms. And after research, you were finally able to put together what exactly it said. And what it said differed very greatly from what you had been taught as a member of the royal families for the story of the Soul King. In yours, the Soul King was merely a great figure. He supposedly birthed the original 13 Shinigami, and also in doing so created the original 4 noble family heads. You remember hearing of how he guided them to build various structures, including the entirety of Soul Society itself. You yourself know of Yasakani no Magtama, the weapon that was not a Zanpakuto, but went on to be the reason Zanpakuto existed, that was unfortunately destroyed and lost during some vague tragedy that is never really spoken of. This tragedy also wiped out half of the original 13 and the Soul King. It is believed that he can no longer interact with the world due to this and is simply hiding in another dimension, healing his wounds until he can return. The beasts believe very differently. They speak of the time where the Soul King no souls appeared around him. There were no people in the afterlife. They merely went through, faced some sort of judgment, and then went on. However, eventually they had to start being reviewed basically in person for the judgment and were given various paths depending on who or what they were. You found out about the destructive and powerful ones, the Ashura, those who were evil and corrupt to the core, which you eventually managed to translate into being those who were sent to hell. Then there were those who were strong but righteous, those called Deva, which you translated to be Shinigami. After that, they went on to talk of others, such as the Preta, invaders from another realm, white ghosts, ever hungry, hollows. They apparently back then, as far as the beasts are concerned, invaded much more frequently. Then they spoke of humans, both living and dead, under the Soul King's jurisdiction. After that, they spoke of the animals themselves, in touch with nature, but still not perfect enough to properly move on. Acted too instinctively, thought themselves self-centered, and thus, to them, the path of being born animal is not a punishment as Soul Society seems to think it is, but is rather just a necessary step to get better. Then they referred to the Soul King himself in various details you've already heard, this gargantuan, unknowable figure who's just kind of supposedly always been there and always will be, although they always refer to him as Naraka. They also go into detail of a great tragedy, but theirs varies differently. It's exceedingly specific. The moment where 13 Deva turned upon and destroyed Naraka, splitting his body into thousands of pieces. The Deva are, you remember hauntingly the closing words, the Deva are untrustworthy. They are traitors and deceivers. Do not ever listen, for even the most genuine of promises can be given up for convenience. Do not trust even beasts among them. And then you went on the mission. And now
that's what I get for rolling a crit.
And now you all find yourselves at the gate with a note in front of you from a messenger in a completely black garb. You cannot make out a single thing about this person. As you look at it, it says, you are summoned to Central 46 at 0500 hours. It is 0504. Basically, you've all been summoned to court. Austin also got this message, but he got it much earlier because he was actually in Soul Society. So I assume you all dashed there like madmen?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. As you do, you notice, hold on, Lavi is taken aside by the figure in black and seems to be given a different missive that is not related to you two at all and is sent off somewhere else. But as you all rush, sooner or later ending up finally where you're supposed to be at Central 46, you can see Jack kind of sitting out there with an uneasy look on his face, considering recent events.
Hey, sure gotta when he gets there and sees Jack, like, hey man, what's up? You know what's going on?
He's muted.
Oh,
Yeah. Austin, you still here?
he might have had to take the dog out. So
Yeah, but usually he tells us.
No, just checking on my house.
all right.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Whew, you're
'Cause
fine, man. Just
I'd rather not have you guys hear me when I'm moving around the house, trying to make sure I'm not suffocating or anything.
yeah, no, that's completely fair, dude. How dare you take care of yourself and everyone within that house?
Or I hear my dog whining to me. But yeah, I'm good. So you just asked me if I knew what was going on, right? No, I don't know what's going on, dude. Though it most likely has to do with the recent events during the testing, and probably the items thereof. Because they're not dumb idiots. Random items showed up that were tied to Quincy's. We just did a mission. You know, their say, and all that shit.
It is at this point that the doors finally open and you hear a booming voice from within. Enter. You are late.
He kind of like straightens himself up a bit, like composes himself, and then goes forward, and like really, there's no like traditional way to walk, but he's definitely walking very formally, I guess is the way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
Zanny's doing the exact opposite of that. She's just walking in like she owns the place. Like it's
as
all
you do, you are surrounded on all sides by various seats covered in numbers from 1 all the way to 46. You can only make out about the middle torso of any of these figures, all of whom, because of the vagueness of that area, look exactly the same. Giant piece of paper shroud their faces, and the only real light in the room is a light directly on the middle stand that you were all sent to.
Yeah, he definitely Ooh, sorry.
Yeah, I will say it right now. You can tell all of them are watching you intently, and there is a palpable air of just tenseness in the room.
Sho squeezes the hilts of his sword, not like in a threatening manner, but just to comfort himself with their presence. You know what I mean? Like, because they actually mean a lot to him, and he just started that connection, and it felt good, and he's just trying to bring himself into that space. Not necessarily to converse with, but just to feel that comfort and that safety.
All right, make me an intelligence save real quick.
Me? No, I don't want to do that.
Yes.
And
No, too late.
And a check?
Save.
Oh.
You add your proficiency to a save.
Oh, nice. That I'm okay with.
Yeah. I will almost exclusively never say
17.
check. Jesus, yeah, that's good, man. All right, yeah, you do that, and you can feel a just wave of not calm. It is still the wave that something is watching you, but now it's also somewhat protective. It's less dad's watching to see if you fuck up and more dad's watching to make sure your ass don't fall off the swing.
All right. I respect that. But yeah, that's what I'm doing as I walk towards the fuck off light. What's everybody else doing?
Zanny walks in unintimidated because she refuses to be intimidated by people shorter than her. Also, she grew up in the woods, so she don't really care about like social structures and rules. So she can tell that she's in trouble. She just don't really care.
Do me a favor, and I need you to make me a. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. Make me a charisma saving throw. And then make me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. Though Zanny is trying to not be intimidated right now, there is a piece of her mind that is palpably aware even one of these people has the authority to immediately order her execution from literally anyone being allowed to do it. And not only is she at the bottom of the ladder, so there's a lot of people who can do that, but all of them are here. So there's just this, even if she's not showing it, deep in her gut, she can feel a palpable feeling of, if I am not careful here, it will literally be the death of me.
Okay, so it's like I don't care, but I'm not gonna fuck up because I don't want to die.
Yeah, it's not I don't care, it's more I am scared shitless. I am not giving you the satisfaction of knowing that I am scared shitless. I refuse. Because I feel like that's a very Vanny thing. Like, you can cut me, I will not let you see me bleed.
Yeah, that is very much your personality.
And then is Jack following Show's example, or
No, he just walking in like a 12th squad member.
all right, I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw. As you do that, Red, you can hear the breathing again.
I can hear the what?
The breathing from when you meditated last time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Can I like look for it?
You can look around. It's not there. You don't see
Not like-
anyone.
Not like look for it like
Try.
wise, but like inside.
Oh, you do. You can't figure out where it's coming from, but you know it's definitely got to do with your Zonbokto.
Word.
For yes or no, the map is still on the thing. Yeah. All right. So, for Jack, you hear in your head, what is this place? You don't know where the sound came from.
Could I quickly do a check to see where it might have come from? If that's possible?
Perception if you want.
All right.
All right, yeah, you look around. There's no way a voice that small or high pitched came out of anyone in this room. So you start thinking through logically, okay, maybe I'm stressed and I'm hallucinating. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. And then it kind of clicks that, or I'm at the right frequency as you remember not being able to hear the kid you were speaking to last time. And it's the only one that you know who would have a childlike voice other than a few of the captains who are definitely not here because said captains are very loud. As you all manage to gather your bearings, you finally, or one of these voices speaks up. Vanguard Squadron, we're calling you here on an important matter of a previous mission, one that has brought to light events that, while we will not share with you, have brought worry. So we are committing a reinvestigation of this mission. During your first mission as a squad, what happened? Remember that in here, anything less than the whole truth is considered treason. They are not.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, you're all aware they are not speaking about the Quincy mission. This is about the literal first mission you all did together with the Fullbringer who can tear his skin off.
I was actually going to ask that. I was going to ask, are they talking about the person with all the eyes, or are they talking about
eyeball guy? Yeah. They are.
Hey, that's my friend.
Yeah. Show got to. You don't even need to roll on this. One of the problems with Central 46 is that due to just the sheer amount of representatives, bureaucracy, shit takes a while.
Fair.
They are probably still processing what your father's doing, not just because of the magnitude, but just because they have, sorry for the pun here, 46 other things to deal with.
Fair.
And as such, they have only just now gotten to the weird dude who last you all heard could absorb spells all of a
What
sudden.
was his name again? It was Sho's friend. Like, he did get a name.
No, not Sho's friend. We're talking about the first dude with the eyeballs, the guy you
Yeah,
stalled.
didn't they become friends? He
Yeah,
like
we
called him
became friends. We
Tarantula
played
or some
Switch
shit.
and stuff, and then we went.
That's
I,
not.
no, because I went
stalled
back
and got him
played,
trapped.
But I went back and played with him again.
When?
Didn't? No, maybe I just thought that.
Yeah, no,
I thought you did.
I
No,
thought I did too.
No,
I
you
thought
went
they
back
were
and
still
played
in
with your
contact.
real life world
Yes,
friend.
I knew that, but I thought I used some connections to get into the prison.
No one's visited him.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
no,
You
not-
tried, and 12th Squad just straight up told you do not
there
have
it
the
is.
clearance.
Yeah, you definitely
It's been
did
a
try.
while. It's
It
been
was
a
just
while.
like, nah, you ain't that important.
Right.
Yes.
Fair enough. Like you ain't your pappy, boy. Who you thinking?
Yeah.
Fair.
And it's at this point as you all basically wait for everything to kind of quiet down, and who would like to lead with answering what the hell happened?
I would.
All right, go ahead.
All right. I'm on the stage, right? The spotlight.
Yep.
All right. So while she's talking, there's a lot of like she's
Right.
giving a speech, a very passionate speech. She likes the spotlight.
Yeah.
You know.
If you can, role play out what you're saying.
All right. So
Because I need to know exactly what you're telling them.
all right, I can do that. All right.
Yeah.
So
Go ham.
all right. So this is what happened. We went to the place, the joint where the dude with the no eyeballs. He told us to go there. We went there. It got real. There was a whole bunch of fellows. We was killing them because that's our job. That's what we do. It's what we get paid to do. Wait, do we get paid? Whatever. Doesn't matter. So we're taking our swords out. I didn't actually take my sword out, actually. Whatever. Regardless. We're killing them. They're not dying the way that they're supposed to. And we're like, fuck's up. And like, whatever. We got swords and shit. We still killing them. Then all of a sudden, Random comes out. And we're like, who's this Random? Random comes and he's just like, I got eyes, bro. And we're like, okay. So there's a person with too many eyes and then a person with no eyes. And shit's getting really weird. And he like turns into the universe and starts sucking shit up. And we're like, oh no, we can't have this. So we tricked him into playing a video game and kidnapped him.
There is a long pause as you go through this whole thing before eventually I see. And you hear just like this cacophony of murmuring around as another voice speaks up. Yamamoto, would you mind giving a recount as well? Surely some details have been left out. Or at the very least, you can fascinate us.
He steps forward and just like with his father, super traditional, puts the sword in front of him, bows, stands back up, puts it away. It's like, honestly, my gigantic friend here gave the best details I think I could have possibly given, with the exception that he helped me get like 3 golden tarantulas and like a couple of the electric squid. Very rare things in a very short amount of time. That is,
and those are important in case y'all don't know.
yes, that to the game I play.
Enough.
Oh, yep.
Just
Like his face is stone face. Like I can't do this.
Jack Ghoul, what is your recount of the mission?
I step forward. I bow. So we went on this mission thinking it was going to be standard, test the waters, see how we work together as a group. We went out. We went into positions knowing that they would be coming, sensing them. They started to just die in one hit, very weirdly. Like none of us expected that. After a while and a few waves, the new entity came in and introduced himself. We then exchanged a few words. We tricked him. He then, sensing that our captain or leader, whatever you want to refer to him as for that particular mission, was going to do something, try to open himself up and suck us in, me particularly due to the fact of my proximity, tried to restrain him, me trying to restrain him. We both got frozen, and that's the end of the mission.
One
Ooh,
hit,
forgot
you
you got
say?
frozen.
I didn't catch that. Sorry.
One hit?
Yeah, they kind of just were like paper in a rainstorm. It was very weird.
Fascinating. And it's at this point that there's a significantly long pause. You will notice a strange feeling. Do not panic. We must discuss this in private. And a black box starts to appear around all of you.
This has to be some. Sorry. Hello. Can I do like an Arcana check or something to determine this thing? Because I believe I know what it is, but
yeah, do it at disadvantage though.
Okay.
This is one of the forbidden ones.
Yeah, thought so. Public disadvantage. 6.
Yeah, you have no clue what this is. It's clearly keto, but outside of that, there is just no hints as to what this is. Shogata, however, does not give two craps.
Can I try?
Shogata's gonna know. Shogata, you're at first confused, and then Jack brings up that it's clearly a level of keto above his record, basically what he's allowed to know, and then it clicks for you. This is Hado level 90, which is mainly used for very sudden executions. But as it forms around you all, nothing seems to happen. You're just in this box, and it's
I'm in a box.
By it. All of you are. All of you are in one box.
And once it clicks, like he's so scared because he realized this is the death box. You know what I mean?
Wait, do I know that it's a death box?
No, only Shogata knows this.
But you hear him kind of like, you know, when you're scared and you realize something and you don't mean to speak it out loud, but you say it.
And as you go to speak it, you do not hear your own voice.
Oh my god! Yeah, but his swords are out, like just on instinct and fear alone, and training. They trained him.
You all, through various things of not hearing his swords come out, not hearing him talk, but still being able to see him, realize none of you can hear in here.
Do I have enough room to pop a squat?
To pop a squat? Like
to take a seat.
Okay, yeah, no, you have enough room. This is enough to contain the entirety of the podium all the way up to the light source.
All right, so I'm gonna take a seat because I'm in a box and I don't know that it's harmful to me. So I'm gonna just sit down. I personally think that they just put me in a box so that they can construct without.
By the way, I'm going to say just because of the sheer fucking size of that roll, Shogata, you know by now, if this was the real thing, you'd already be dead. You would not have had time to pull out your swords. Like you're just taking a couple refs and you go, wait.
It wouldn't matter if I knew or not by now.
Yeah.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
It was like that. It would be a lot quieter right now if, in my head at least. And I need everyone to yet again make me whatever their highest save is with advantage.
This is where I'm gonna roll shit. I just got a 16 and a 20, so. Yep, called it.
Oh, also,
I knew
Austin,
it.
roll a d4. I'm going to say your 20 from earlier is basically giving you a miniature guidance.
Ooh, nice.
And then I roll a d4?
No, just Jack. That's from his nat 20 from earlier.
Okay.
But I got a nat 20.
Not on the save with your Zanpakuto.
Oh, no, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's my luck.
Okay, yeah, no. With
I
the
got
exception
13 on
of
mine.
Red, you all can feel like something is trying to talk to you, but communication is not getting through. Red, you feel something within
Hold on, I
you.
think Valen wants to say something.
Yes.
Actually, this is just pertinent. Literally, once he realized that, he was going to try to go back to the calm place, because he was obviously taken out of it by the fear of the black box. So I just wanted I was going to reiterate.
Yeah,
that.
no, you just kind of start breathing, and eventually you get back into that. But Red, you hear someone going, "The fuck are you? Are you?" And then it just keeps cutting off in your head. But something is talking in your head.
Can I just meditate right now?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to meditate and like have that conversation with the bro in my head, because the bro in my head seems to know something that I don't.
Just checking real quick. Did any of y'all hear anything I just said?
No.
Good. That means that's working for later. Wonderful. After a while, the box drops, and it's a while. You were all in there for a significant period of time. And Sage, can you describe your character, please?
So Shy Guy is basically like a green-haired samurai-looking assassin, with like one of those traditional like straw hats on, and yellow eyes.
All right. Everyone else, this person is standing directly in front of the podium and has seemingly been waiting for you. Sage, your character was called in about 3 minutes ago. You're typically aware that when someone's in the box, they're either there because the Central 46 is either A, about to tell them something but can't have them in on the conversation lest they interrupt it, or B, plans for you to kill someone. They clarify that it is the former and not the latter, and are informing you that you are currently being reassigned. Your mission, though the rest of the group is not aware of it, is to spy on what this new Vanguard squad does and make sure they don't violate any rules, such as, and it's at this moment that you all hear the deep voice man speak up. Welcome back, Vanguard Squadron. We are adding a new addition to your squad, since apparently at some point you all went on an unauthorized trip to the land of the beasts. However, we consider the mission with retrieving this Fullbringer to be significant to where it can be overlooked. However, this one will be helping you all stay a bit more focused on your duties as Shinigami. And we would like to remind you that we are well aware of what mission you most recently went on, and that there will be questioning on that later. Once, and you, Shogata, you can feel the entire room looking at you. A certain someone comes forward with information. We will then be corroborating your story versus theirs. Until then, you are dismissed and are not to leave Soul Society.
Before I
Exception
rolled,
of missions from your captains. Are we?
I'm still meditating.
yeah, Shogata definitely has stood up and put his swords away
I give
by
him a
now.
thumbs up.
But what do I roll to make it look like I don't care that they're
Deception
deception?
or performance, your choice.
Ooh, I'm actually proficient in performance, so thank you. I'll try that.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, that makes
Uh,
sense. That makes a lot of sense.
The Aztec Sage, we're here to keep an eye on them, make sure they follow rules, and also make sure they don't go to places they're not supposed to without supervision. Because as you're aware, the issue was they went to the Land of the Beasts without supervision. Not that they actually went to the Land of the Beasts. But they have, of course, not told the party this, because that would make them a little less intimidating. Yeah, Val, no. They, no, you have a look on your face that just says, man, glad I brought the black pants.
Right? Man, the brown
And
flex
the rest of the group is afterwards free to go. The door opens behind you.
All right, so
Yep, I'm sorry.
I was meditating still, sitting down, when there was just like you understood, just gave a little thumbs up.
Yep.
And as soon as the doors opened, I was out. Just got up and just walked out.
All right.
Yeah. Show does his traditional bow that he always does. Thank you for your time and consideration, and walks out.
All right.
While simultaneously giving Psy Guy this look like great.
I thought it was side gay.
Psy Gay?
Like gay.
Psy Gay, sorry. And giving Psy Gay that look like great. Fucking chaperone. Before catching up with who's
The giant woman.
the giant woman, Uzi Vert.
All right. I assume both Shogata and Jack give formal bows as they leave, unlike Vert, who just stands up and walks away.
Yeah.
Straight bounce, full of disrespect, kinda. Not enough to get smited, but enough to be like, I don't care about y'all.
Yeah. All right. So, Guy, I assume do you follow?
Yeah.
Right. I was asking Sage's character.
Sorry, what was that?
Do you follow the group as they leave?
Oh, okay. So she waits for them to like head out and leaves at the back, and like as they're all leaving, she gives a nod to her commander.
All right. You don't see the Central 46 guy nod back just because there's a giant piece of paper in front of his head, but you get the feeling he has acknowledged you.
Nice.
And as you do, give me just a second while I make sure I'm doing this correctly. You actually do see your commander standing outside.
Our commander?
Not your, well, yes, him as well, but also Sagai sees the head of squad 2. And give me a sec while I type stuff to make this actually work, because this is the point where the screen's going to change.
Shogata's regretting not trying to absorb the energy from the black wall.
Again, not how that spell works.
Whatever.
Anyways,
He has
and
a
you
scientific
all
mind too.
Zanny is
walk
regret
out.
not going for round 2 with the human.
You all walk out and see this. And it seems that they're in the middle of a very heated discussion. But as soon as they all notice you, it's just done. They stop talking.
I asked if they're related.
Who do you ask that to?
I just like looking at both of them and just like, are y'all related?
No, I'm at least not consciously. You hear from
What the fuck
Chiru.
happened?
What?
Cool, y'all fucking.
Uh, uh, the second the second squad captain is currently glaring daggers at you.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. I don't say that. I just think it. I don't want to get beat up.
My whatever's going on aside, I understand we have a new member. And for Sage, as you look over, you can see your captain, who is on the right, is looking very cold at this entire situation. And the one on the left is this strange looking multicolored haired man who at first looks like he's just not opening his eyes, but after a while you actually realize his eyes are completely sewn shut. And regardless of this, he is looking at you with a very happy expression because he seems somewhat excited at the fact that they're getting a new member.
Yeah, bro, we're coming up in the world.
Well, hello. You can call me Chiru. I am the head of the Vanguard division. What's your name? And he walks up and like kind of tries to offer you a handshake. Sage, you're still muted if you're responding.
Sorry, is my unmute not working?
Okay, I can hear you now. Or, well, I could, but then you remuted.
Yeah, there's music on in the background. She says like, "Oh, my name Saige. Sorry, what was yours again?"
Chiru. I am Lieutenant Chiru, head of the Vanguard division and lieutenant of 5th Squad. It's nice to meet you. And he still has his hand out for a handshake. And after the few moments of not getting a response, he kind of just pulls his hand back awkwardly. Oh, nice to meet you anyways.
She just nods. She's not very good at people.
Red, I'm sorry to ask, can you mute when you're not talking?
Oh shit, I thought I was muted.
No, I can hear everyone in the background, dude. Dang near know your dinner plans. Teasing. But yeah. And so this one he turns back, well, though I know you do not care for this, thank you for giving us yet another member to work with. And thank you for notifying me of the situation with Lavi. I'm very sorry about that. She goes, don't worry about it. It was necessary. You all don't do anything stupid with one of my few good members, please. And you watch she turns and walks away. And it is at this point that almost instantaneously as she left, another person arrives. One who everyone in this group recognizes as the 2nd Squad lieutenant. Hey, long time no see, sucker. And he's like, just seems like he's purposefully messing up this dude's name as he pulls out a cigarette and lights it. Hello, Takashi.
Sho gives him a look like, let me get one of those.
Yeah, no, he hands him one. You're like, you put your hand up slightly and there's already one out. It's pre-lit.
Nice. He's already, yeah, he just had a very stressful day.
And I'm, by the way, for the record, for those who weren't here the last time this character was introduced, cigarette is in quotation marks. And for Sage, you recognize this as not only your lieutenant, but the guy who usually gives you your assignments, because the captain only deals with high profile stuff. He is an expert hand-to-hand player, is infamous for being a gambler or gambling addict, and is one of the more laid-back members of your squad. Question: would your character allow nicknames?
She allows anything so long as it like keeps her undercover.
All right. Sup, Egg? How you doing? And he's just kind of still.
I'm alright there. How's it going, Smokey? She just assumes it goes two ways. She's like,
Oh yeah,
anything
no,
to
he
keep her
allows
going
that.
with anything.
He fucks with you, you fuck with him. Equal trade. Not bad, not
Good times.
bad. I'm trying to work together one of my usual little seated officer poker games, but no one seems interested yet.
Well, you know what they say, play your cards right, you never know what will happen.
Precisely. I hear you're getting assigned to this weird little group here. Featuring, of course, our favorite people as the Amazon, Glasses McGee, and Mr. Wooden Swords.
Like you see him shrug, like, oh, I thought that was gonna be worse. You know what I mean? It's like, that's fair.
Oh, Sage, I don't know if you're aware of this. You all do have your own copy of the NPC sheet in that chat. You should be able to edit it and make your own notes if you wish. I don't know if I ever
see it. No,
I'll repost
that's all
it
right.
later then.
Yeah.
And it's at this point that he's kind of looks around and goes, so you all got any missions today? And Chiru just kind of shakes his head no. I was mostly planning to spend the day relaxing until something comes up. Although, and then before he has a chance to expand on it, Takashi just kind of waves him off. Yeah, I know. Trust me. You know you're not. Yes, I'm aware. I'm also not supposed to know. When has that stopped second squad ever? Fair enough. I don't know if anyone else has plans here. Do you all? There's really nothing for any of us to do.
I say we take another trip somewhere we're not supposed to go.
You see Chiru like visibly tense up when you say that. Like, we're already under scrutiny. At the very least, can I be allowed to accompany you?
Yeah, it's a party. Everybody's invited.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that Shogata had some shit that he definitely wanted to do. That this 1000% put a rock in his shoe about. Like,
you know what, buddy? You hear Tachi speak up. I got a feeling you're gonna stress them out being there. Why don't you let me do it? I'm a lieutenant. As far as legality, they can't give you or any of them crap so long as I'm with them. And let's face it, I'm way more fun to be around than you are. I'll accept it. But if I find out you did anything illegal, and as he goes to point him his hand, he's like 10 degrees off course.
Sage,
What's up, Sage?
Oh, yeah, just like when possible, if I could like possibly nip out, because unexpected life. So
like dip, like full dip, or just
yeah,
a break?
probably full dip. So like when makes logical sense.
Honestly, right now the second squad lieutenant would be a good out.
Okay, cool.
he could easily just get a message that says, "We got to go right now," and
Yeah.
your
No, that's
original
cool.
squad
Super
takes
sorry about
priority.
that. Yeah.
You're fine.
Cool,
You're
cool.
fine. Sorry. I hope everything's going okay for you.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good.
Stay safe. As he goes to offer, and almost like right as Chiru is gonna agree, a messenger bird appears on his shoulder yet again from 12 Squad, and as he reads it, he just kind of gives Sagai a look, and Sagai knows this look. She's just disappeared, gone, as well as him. They are both instantly gone, and you don't know what for. They just decided they weren't going to be here. Chiru kind of just looks around for a few, looks quotation mark around for a few moments and goes, I guess something happened. Are you sure you want to go where you're planning on going?
Never really sure about anything.
Oh no, that was at Valen. I was just saying you and the second squad lieutenant have just gotten a note that the rest of the party doesn't know about. I'll explain it to you later, but you're free to go now, whatever's going on. Real life always takes priority.
Yeah, cool. Sorry about it.
You're completely fine. You do not need to apologize. Stay safe, please.
No, it'll be fine.
All right. Yeah. So they're just gone. And Chiru seems to be asking, kind of not asking for details, but asking if this is important.
No, sure shakes it off. He definitely can't have a member of the second squad with him where he goes to ask the questions he wants. This whole thing threw a old wrench in his plans.
He's like, what about me?
Really, it was just gonna have to be us. So, and it's not like against you guys. It's more like, it's I can't tell you without telling. You're beautiful though. You can see him. You can see the weed hitting him a bit. He's like,
yeah,
I want to,
right,
but like, I just can't, man. For everyone's sake.
I can't say I understand, but I understand the sentiment. However, I will require someone to go with you. Is there anyone you'd be comfortable with?
We don't need to go right now. We can go later. I can do this any old time. It doesn't need.
God damn, it really is hitting him.
Yeah, he's like. So yeah, it doesn't need to be right now. We can. I don't want to. Yeah.
Okay. All right. As you explain, he just kind of nods slightly in seemingly half confusion, half I don't feel like I'm getting anything out of this. I'm just gonna drop it kind of thing, and is just gonna head off. He's gone. Is there anywhere you would all like to head during this off time? Anyone you'd like to see, anywhere you'd like to go? Because let's face it, this group has gone places they weren't supposed to go multiple times.
Show looks over at Jack, like, and kind of like gets a little close to him. Is like, you want to check on the progress of, what the captain's done? Oh, he's out with his dog. Never mind.
Yeah, he's done that a while ago. Hope he's okay.
Well, In that case, we'll go. We'll start by going with over to Vert and kind of like tapping her on the on like the elbow, giving her one of these. Boop boop boop. Because it's a tall bitch. Say, hey, we should check on your fruit. Muted.
Are you talking to me? 650. Oh, I can barely hear you.
Oh shit, sorry. I said we should we should go check your plant, your garden. He says with a wink.
Oh yeah. All right, word. Yeah, we can do that. It's like back here somewhere.
All right, so you're all going to the mansion then?
Yeah, we're gonna head back to the squad mansion and specifically check out the garden.
All right. The garden is actually not there, but that is a
garden is where we planted the tree.
Yeah. Right. The tree is about this house right here. It's a botany area that technically belongs to Chiru. It is the seemingly the only area on property he owns.
Oh, I thought it was the one they.
Oh, it's for the entire squad. He lets them use it. It's just where he almost always is.
No, they planted. I thought they planted one out back, didn't they?
We planted it in the garden, wherever that is.
Oh, all right, then never mind.
Yeah. Which is basically this kind of greenhouse-esque thing that you all go there and you're checking on the fruit, I assume, because you planted a seed. You don't know if it's going to turn into a tree or not. Yeah. And strangely enough, as you arrive there, it's formed into a series of intertwining vines. It is not at all a tree you know. It's just kind of sitting there. It's twisting. It's winding around itself. And there is one fruit right at the end.
Can I check it out? Try to see what's up with it somehow?
It looks very similar to your dragon fruit that you made last time, but it has, instead of spikes, like the big long spikes, they're now smaller and rounded, and there's swirls within the actual fruit itself because the fruit's slightly luminescent. And it just kind of seems to be moving around in this swirling pattern. You're not sure if this is an effect from Chiru, because Chiru's almost always meditating in here. But it's definitely not the same after planting it. You still have, by the way, actually no, because I said that they rot quickly. Your original fruit is rotted on the ground and kind of being used as compost for the rest of the food or plants around here, which have grown significantly because of it.
Oh, nice. All right.
Now, this thing makes one hell of a fertilizer.
Oh, goddamn. Okay.
Is the fruit full grown?
The one on the end, make me a nature check.
Can I support him on that?
You can. You have advantage. You have advantage, as some would say. You have the great googly moogly. Good thing he gave you advantage, Jeebus. Yeah, no, it's it's not there yet, but it's almost there. You have a feeling if you try and do what you usually do, which is meditate on it, and try and fuse it, you can get it to grow a bit more.
All right, so I'm gonna do that.
All right, make me a wisdom saving throw. Yeah, no, you do. You infuse it, and some of these swirls start to fade and move to the outside of the fruit, as if the fruit itself is swirling rather than the energy inside of it. Yeah, but other than that, it's now seems to be your exact same fruit as before, except now it's more swirly and rounded. It's also kind of lost its glow somewhat, which you do remember from your previous fruit is just a normal side effect from you affecting it. Yeah, Austin, if you want, feel free to roll a Arcana or Nature check, your choice, to try and figure out what caused this.
Okay, they're pretty much they're exactly the same. Not with advantage. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Well, my luck's holding up.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yeah, no, there's too many. I'm going to say, since he did one, no, there's too many variables here. It could have easily been the fact that he wasn't actively working on it the entire time. It could have been the fact that Cheer is there. There's just too many things moving around here. It is not nearly as controlled of an environment as the other one. You're not sure what could have caused this, although you do find, due to the time that Cheer spends in here, there's no way he's not affecting this. He's also, as far as you know, never been given a fruit. But yeah. Valen, a small reminder from last session. You have fruits from the human world.
Yeah, I know.
Feel free to check your inventory on that, because I don't remember exactsies.
Let me... Oh, dirt. Here it is.
Oh, shit, wait. No, you don't have fruit. You have seeds from the real world.
Yes. And that's one of the reasons
would you like to plant those?
Yes. And
all right, yeah, you do.
Specifically, like, do you know about like the three sisters for gardening?
No.
Green beans, corn, and squash. It's like they form a symbiotic way of growing that helps enforce one another. The corn gives the green beans a stalk to grow up and strengthen, while the gourd on the ground helps keep the stalk from the thing like solid and shit like that. Like it's a whole thing. But
okay, I didn't know that at all.
yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that's what he's gonna try and see if something like that happens with the seeds. So where they planted the main vine, he's gonna try and he hopes that these turn into a tree. Because again, he doesn't know what they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Does he plant both of them or just one and then save the other?
He's gonna plant one here and then one in his special safe place.
Okay, he'll probably have to request to edit a room then.
Like my rope trick space.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, yeah.
You'll have to get dirt from somewhere.
Yeah, that's like where you think I'm in the. I'm right here. This is
yeah.
where you get
all right.
dirt.
All right. You do so.
Steal some dirt.
Do you just make a pile of dirt? Okay, you get a pot. Okay.
I get.
And you put it in 2 pots.
Yeah.
All right. So the other one is currently buried. Just the vine is in the ground.
Yeah.
It is not. There's no pot. So wouldn't you only need 1 pot for the 1 seed that you're keeping?
Yes, but I'm bringing 2 pots with me.
Okay.
To my space.
All right. How do you set this up? Just for me understanding how it's going to work. In your safe space, the other one's pretty simple.
Oh, I was like, I just put dirt in 2 pots and then hold them. Like, essentially, he's just gonna have space where he plants them, like just like a regular, let's say like a house plant or something. It's not like he may switch the location of the coin to the soil of one of them, to the soil of the new seed,
Mhm.
And yeah. So
Oh,
there's a
yeah.
couple of, and who knows what he's like, well, shit, this thing has this. Maybe my thing has something with seeds too. You know what I mean? It got him thinking and preparing for the future. And who knows when you need some fucking dirt.
Yep. All right, you do all that. It takes a few minutes, but not long. Chiru is meditating there, seemingly.
Oh,
He
he
acknowledged,
hasn't done
like
it
you.
yet. He's just
Oh, okay,
holding the two things right now. He's
okay,
gonna go to his room later.
yeah, okay. As you're doing this, Chiru is just kind of sitting there. He doesn't seem to be bothered by you all, but he did notice your presence. Like he just kind of looked in your direction, looked quote unquote, and then went back to meditating with his sword. And is that it
Am
for
I still
everyone?
meditating?
You can choose to meditate if you want.
Yeah, because I was meditating on the plant. I don't know if that like
Oh yeah, no,
stopped.
you got it full grown now.
Oh, all right.
And as I said, it's the swirls have gone from energy swirling inside to being actual swirls on the fruit itself.
All right,
It is not, it's not exactly the same, but it's still similar.
I'm gonna take the fruit.
Right. For just because I know most of us here are One Piece nerds, picture a dragon fruit, devil fruit.
I was already picturing that in my head.
Yeah. And you take the fruit. Do you do anything with it, or do you just kind of?
Yes, I want to check to see if there's any seeds inside.
Jack, I'm just gonna say you notice because you've done it before. Seeds with these ones seem to only come up through purposeful creation. You're honestly not sure how Vanny made one without implements. Vanny, you just kind of remember meditating, getting really hyper fixated on meditation, and then waking up and there were two fruits and a seed. But yeah. Jack is very much aware that typically these things do not come with seeds, you create seeds. And that requires a lot of effort.
I'm gonna eat it.
You eat it?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat it.
All right. It's spicy as fuck, which is weird because last time it was sweet. Other than that, it's still as juicy as ever, still has a heft to it. You're sitting there kind of just it feels weird going down because you know how like the inside of a orange is a bunch of seed-like things that happen to be edible and are soft. It's like that, but they're hard. It's the whole thing is like going down, and it takes a bit to get used to eating this. I'm gonna say next skill check that is related to your wisdom modifier. You add a d4. Yeah. As you do this, is there anything else anyone else would want to do during this time?
I'm gonna wait because I want to see what experiments, like how Jack's. Wait, have I been? No, Jack, you've been in my my rope space, right? My trick room.
Yeah.
All right, but I seen stuff like your experiments in your space.
No.
All right. But yeah, then in that case, he's like, let's check out my experiments. You know,
Your experiments?
yeah, the ones in my space. Like, so he's like, let's just go to my room and then we can.
Okay. You all head to Show's ever gaudy wing. Very luxurious, very nice. Many throw pillows, some of which have been literally thrown. A strange, big, flat rectangle on his wall. You're not sure what it's for. And eventually you get to his room, which has a double bunk bed for some reason. This is weird considering he's the only dude there. Apparently, Vanny is staying behind and meditating. So it's just you two at this moment. And as you get there, you begin to mumble the modified idea of a spell that you have, which creates this regal opening in the ceiling. The rope ladder falls out, which is not made for rope for you. It's made of a very fine silk.
Damn right.
And you all go in. Can you please remind the DM what experiments you have going on in there? Because last I remember, you have your fruit, which is currently sitting on top of a gold coin.
Yeah, that's
it.
Yeah, that's it. That's all he's got running in there right now.
Okay. You go in there. The fruit looks completely fine. It is clearly taken after you in appearance. It is the fruit design that you tend to make. And the little extra bit that was from the captain repairing it is completely gone. It is now fully yours.
Sweet. All right, so I take the I take the coin out from under it.
All right. It's a Quincy coin.
Yeah, and I put it in the bottom of the in the soil. And,
all right.
Because it's still like top of the order. Keep this thing hidden. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, and he plants the remaining earth seed on top of there, and then he sets the other pot of dirt aside.
All right. You do that.
Yeah, and that's
and
I do an Arcana check on. Does the fruit look ripe?
The one you have?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's completely fine.
All right.
It's one of the original 4 that were given to you, if I remember correctly. So it's been ripe. It still is ripe, thanks to you all maintaining it. Austin is very much so aware that you can put it into potions to affect them. I don't know if there's anything he wants to do with this one specifically, or if he wants to leave it here or leave it up to you. Yeah, I know. I'm just stating because trying to get some interaction going on.
No, fair.
Sorry, a lot happened real fast.
Yeah, no, it's completely understandable, dude.
Trying to just take it slow and get myself back into this. No, I'm gonna leave him because we all had our one. He has this. This is his ship to sail. If he wants my input, I will give it. But
basically, yeah, he's like, look, it's the mark where the captain healed it with where your captain rather healed it. It's completely gone, and that's just in the time that it's been here. You know what I mean? The adaptability on these fruits. They can DM question. We've seen them grow back from half a fruit, right?
With the aid of a captain's keto only. In which he kind of just actually, Austin, I want you to make me a Arcana check of advantage real quick. Yep, no, that's good enough. You remember from your experiment where you looked at how these things change under a microscope? What your captain did was basically rewind time enough for the fruit to just put itself back together, because it's capable of doing that as long as it's in close atomical proximity. Not that he repaired or healed it, but more so that he put it into a position where it could repair itself, as it is off to do.
He didn't repair it. He just influenced it to the point where it could heal itself.
All right, so that's something beyond either of us, even working together.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fuck. All right, then planted that. I might have to sneak back to the real world and check the fruit I left at the temple.
You want to leave the Soul Society with the eyes of the 48 on you to check a fruit that you left in the human world that belongs to in the Soul Society world.
Oh yeah, he wasn't there for that whole thing.
I said I want to intellectually, not like I want to physically. It's more like I'm curious to see the effect of a sacred holy place on one of these. Given that this is like it seems to like reflect and adapt to the presence and influence of the person most connected to it. I wonder what I guess a god's influence would be. It's a fair question, but it's an intellectual question until we get a little bit of heat off us, or I can find a way to make a phone call, which seems to be something I might be able to make a phone call.
You want to entrust your human contact with a mystical thing that we don't fully understand from the soul world, again, in a temple.
Oh no. I wouldn't contact them. They couldn't possibly know. No. This would have to be like I would have to try to pull like I would have to make a phone call, like pull a string to have somebody go get it. Like I can't leave right now, but my family has servants. I don't.
Oh yeah, you're unseen servant.
Yep.
Right.
He doesn't need to be seen to go get shit.
All right, do you send him to go do that?
Yes, it was kind of the idea.
All right, what's the duration on that spell? And also, don't forget to use the spell slot.
It's a ritual, so I don't.
Oh, your ritual counting. Okay, never mind.
It's gonna take me a minute to get him, and we've done it that it's just a house servant. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and,
a house servant with cloaking technology somehow.
Yeah, it's like one of the unseen, like literally like one of those people that are so low you don't even notice because like
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, Jack's family. I mean, what?
Oh, burn! Wait, no, that's
nah.
Stop.
That's a lie.
I mean, yeah.
Jack's family is stated to be really good at modifying crap.
Yeah. It says an hour.
Okay, yeah. So you do that. Austin, is there anything Jack would like to do during that time?
No, if he might just wander off and get a bit of food.
All right, not further because this is going to be a while. So it's like, is there anything you want to like craft on or work with or anything like that?
Yeah, anything you need help on? Because I did everything here.
I mean, I'm still getting my lab together. I'm getting materials when I can because it wasn't fully renovated for me, right? I don't have, unless we go back to. No, I'm gonna go check on the fruits.
All right, the fruit. Okay. You do also have a seed there, by the way.
At the house.
At the house. I thought you meant back at 12 Squad. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
Yeah, back at 12 Squad, you have a seed there that was very recently made. A fruit that has not been modified at all because no one's really handled it full on, and one fruit that you put into your potion that I can't remember the name of.
Oh yeah, that was like a potion. Oh no,
I think it was one that gave you flight or something like that.
Yeah, it was one of those potions.
Yeah, and I said it now takes an action, but it lasts for an hour, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
All right, so you head back there. They still have one containment. The seed is not in his heavy containment. It's currently under a microscope, but you don't know of anyone who would be looking at that other than you, Broke Balls, and that's about it. Maybe the captain, but the captain doesn't tend to use the equipment that's for everyone else. He's got his own shit.
Yep.
Which one would you like to mess with, the fruit or the seed?
The seed can grow later. The fruit.
All right. You go to look at the fruit. Is there anything in particular you would like to see how, like, what it applies to, like armor, weapon, other stuff like that? Looking
Let's
for
go
maybe ways to
defend.
change it.
Let's
Okay.
go defensive today. Let's go armor.
All right. Soulstar doesn't really tend to have armor per se, though they do have a few exceptions, being those who have armor-based shikai, such as Captain Yamamoto, or very specific members who are requesting a large sum for armor. Do me a favor and give me a persuasion roll. See if you can get in contact with anyone with armor
Ooh,
who's
that's
willing to let you mess with it.
all right.
Because normally those people are very picky with how the stuff looks.
Okay. 14.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, working with those people, I'd imagine Jack doesn't enjoy it, but the money they give for doing that helps fund projects, so he just kind of does it.
Yeah.
You get into contact with a few people, and it's a lot of no, what the hell are we even talking about? And one person goes, and he like pauses for a bit and goes, I get half off on that armor to what I'm paying your squad for it. Capiche? And like that's his requirement for letting you use it.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how much I'm gonna have to put forward to cover this.
I'm gonna say this guy probably a couple hundred gold.
I'm gonna have
This
to work
is
that
a
off.
very ornate armor.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to work that off. God darn it. Yeah, if this bears fruit, I will get a lot of money for this probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, what infusions does Jack know? Just making sure.
Infusions would be in traits class. He knows the.
So I know he knows returning weapon. That's about it.
He how do I? Let's just go there. Artificial infusions. He knows the alchemy drug, the homunculus servant, returning weapon, and the spice bag thing that allows him to just pull out spices a few times a day.
All right. You have a bottomless spice bag, which is interesting. Have you made any of them besides the returning weapon?
Yeah, I have the spice bag on me.
Okay. I was making sure you don't have enhanced defense or any of the other armor-based ones before I do effects here.
No, because
don't want to give you, hey, this is the thing you already can do. You begin to try and experiment with it, usually by taking off a bit, putting it back in the chamber, letting it regrow. And what tool proficiencies do you have?
Tools, alchemy, brewery, cooking, glass blowing, thieves, and tinkerers.
An interesting set for all of those. I'm gonna say alchemy. I was expecting smithing tools at some point, and I was like, oh, okay, no, this is just all the stuff no one picks. I love it.
Yeah, because I didn't think I was going to be able to work with any metal, so I was like, yeah, let's just go with more nimble
fair.
and
That is
small.
completely fair. All right.
So how do I do these again? I don't really do these. I'm sorry.
You're completely fine. You should be able to click on the tool itself or the tool proficiency, and then that should let you roll it. I'm not sure on that.
My dog. God damn it, Will. Hold on, give me a second.
You're fine, dude.
She's having a small panic attack because there's still some lingering smoke.
Yeah, that's fair. Ooh, hold on. What the hell? I can roll for you.
Oh, nice.
I just rolled you a nat 20 on this. Okay.
Just for my further for myself. Okay, that doesn't work. I'm just gonna keep trying this. You continue.
Here's how I did it. I clicked on alchemist supplies, and then the thing that we use to link what we roll in Roll20 to or D Beyond to that has a thing that says use tool, and then for you it will always be your intelligence with proficiency until you hit level 6, at which point you will add double proficiency. But for the sake of simplicity, we're going to use that nat 20.
Yeah, I will take that.
You, after a bit of trial and error, you keep going through. It's not really infusing into the metal properly, but then you remember something and you look around to make sure no one is here to like mess with your thing, and you basically melt down his armor, and then you just kind of squeeze the fruit into it, and as you reforge it, you get it exactly as it was before, except now it has this new kind of metallic sheen to it. It is very bright, and you have a feeling it's going to have some magical effect happen based on whoever puts this armor on. But it won't come into effect until then because of the flexibleness of the fruit.
So will it quote unquote bond with the person and thus work only for them? Do I get that sense, or will it work for the person wearing it at the time and change thus?
I'm going to say, because much like the fruit, anyone can eat it, anyone can do anything with it. It shouldn't bond to them unless something goes horribly wrong, but it will gain an effect based on whoever wields it first.
Yeah, I don't mean like actually physically bond with them. I mean like it bonds with their reishi, and then they alone can only use it.
Yeah, no, it's not like they're he's going to put it on and someone else is going to put it on and that's suddenly going to be heavy. It's not like Zanpakuto. It's just gonna adapt based on his reishi, as it's likely going to be the one that's absorbing the most if it's put back in storage. You have a feeling, though, if you accidentally leave it around you for a long period of time, it'll eventually get an effect based on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark this down and then contact the. I'm just gonna go through the normal steps of the regular armor thing for this, and then make one stipulation as well when he gets it to tell me how it goes and if when he uses it, what happens.
He gets there, he's like, all right, thanks, man, and puts the armor on practically right in front of you, as he has apparently requested this thing be able to on off at a second's notice so he can get in more regal attire. And as he does it, latches around him, wraps around him, and then clicks into place. And he goes, thank you, hands you the pay, and goes, I'll tell you if anything weird happens. But if anything weird happens, I'm probably going to want my money back.
Oh, yeah. I figured.
Up with you.
Yeah.
So keep the blueprints for now.
Yeah.
And he just kind of walks away while maintaining eye contact.
Yeah. There's new steps. I'm just trying to make sure that if this goes well, it could be implemented,
Mm-hmm. All right. He leaves. You're probably not going to know the effects of this for a bit, though.
Yeah.
Just because the fruit takes a while.
Yeah.
Although, you can tell even in its, for lack of a better term, juicy state, it is still reacting to stuff around it, as the sheen seems to kind of get a little less obvious once he puts it on. And he leaves with the strange sound of a lot of metal clanging, which is not normal in Soul Society.
All right.
All right. You, after a while, I'm going to say it's getting dark again, and I assume you all head back to your areas. Also, for the record, this did consume that fruit.
Yeah, I figured. Each test is going to take a lot.
Yep. Oh, actually, everyone, it's getting late night and you're about to head back to the mansion when you are all given a summons. by very familiar mechanical birds to,
One
if you
second, I'll be
can.
right back.
Okay. He really needs to remember to put us on break when we do this. Also, Red, did you do your wisdom save for meditating?
Red, you muted. We
I'm
had
having a really hard fucking time unmuting my phone for some reason. I did not. I'm about to do that now.
Okay. And I assume you're meditating on your sword?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you ate the fruit. You don't hear much this time. The voice you heard earlier is not responding back. Yeah. The only person who does not receive a bird is Jack, because he's already there. And the 12th captain just kind of flashes a replica of a Ginto real quick to signify, hey, if you stay here, I'm going to be working on the Quincy stuff. So does he stay?
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured. I just wanted to, check lest I metagame.
Yeah, I was distracted by trying to figure out how to roll the tools, and it just looks like
I clicked on the tools. The little thing came up that describes them. It's on the actual tool in your equipment section, by the way.
that proficiency in languages, that's where I clicked, and it comes up with the armored weapons tools languages like it does. I click on alchemy and it doesn't do that.
No, in your equipment, in your inventory.
Oh.
Yeah, you go there. So I click on alchemy supplies, and there's the use tool button, which has the little
yeah, I see it.
Roll and beyond or whatever, beyond 20 sitting there. And then it says, hey, okay, how do you have proficiency? Do you use intelligence, whatever? For you, since an artificer, you will always use your intelligence.
Yeah, I'm thinking that any of my tools that I have will be using my intelligence.
Yep.
Even thieves, right?
Yep.
I'm just going to add a custom tools then for further. Since I can make any tools that I need on the fly. It just takes me an hour.
True.
All right, I'm back. So what?
Welcome back.
For?
Huh?
What did I roll that 19 for?
What do you mean?
You told me to roll a wisdom save.
That was for Red.
You sent it to me as a direct message.
Was that? Oh shit! I'm sorry. I was supposed to be for everyone. I'm an idiot.
Damn it! I was like, I did good. I got a 19. I want to keep that 19. Let me stop.
Yeah. You are all about to head back to the mansion and probably nap when you get a mechanical bird inviting you to return to 12 Squad barracks. It is late. I should have.
I'm about sick of these birds ruining my chance to get a rest.
And what happened with the servant and the fruit? Is that?
The servant goes there, reports back. The fruit's gone.
I assumed as much.
I'm gonna say with the wisdom save, actually. Humans shouldn't have been able to interact with that. That fruit was from the spirit world. They can't see it.
Hollow took it.
Maybe. Although that would mean the hollows came back, or some other group of hollows came back to that thing while you were gone. And as you remember, no one there can see the spiritual beings.
Yeah, it's better to have the information than not. And he's kind of like, he definitely is like, oh, fuckity fuck.
Yep. And it's probably while he's freaking out about this that the bird comes in, lands by, opens its mouth, like Walgreens-esque receipt of a message. Hello. Please, if you are available, please come to 12 Squad.
Oh yeah, and I definitely eat my fruit.
The one you have in there?
Yeah, the one that like I just planted
Okay.
the new thing. I definitely
You eat it.
my-
It's delicious.
Alright.
Yours is. It doesn't really have a flavor to it, but the texture is just pure. Like you feel like you're swallowing water. It's that level of smooth.
Alright. That's what's up.
And yeah. Why do you have a lantern?
Because he's putting him in his backyard so his kids can play at night. Like,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I just saw a random lantern out of nowhere, and I'm like, the fuck, man? You sending us to the afterlife? But yeah. Yeah. Does anyone not go to 12 Squad?
No, I'm gonna go.
yeah, we
I'm
gotta
going.
go.
I'm a little tight, but I'm going.
Yeah.
Valen?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to 12
Oh yeah.
He's
You all go, and the 12 Squad captain kind of ushers you all into a back room, which Jack instantly recognizes as the captain's quarters. Valen, you are aware of what captain's quarters usually look like. They are usually very comfortable, they are very nice, and have a few things that are there for the convenience of the captain. 12 captain's quarters has a bed mattress, a mattress on top of that mattress, and then nothing but experimentation tools around it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And you see a numerous selection of items around the area, including the Quincy bow, Quincy glove, and a in the middle of being made Shinigami cape.
Ooh.
I would like to ask him for the cape.
Oh, it's not finished yet. We still
I
have
make
to
my cape bellow
actually make it.
under my thing, my Haori or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah,
So
it looks like your Haori is getting punched around by something moving around in there. He just goes, I would make sure not to use that around more of the older captains, but I'm fine with it. I still haven't managed to get it to do that quite yet. Fortunately, I'll be able to wave it off as yet another one of my what's the word everyone else uses? Inane inventions. And you all see a few other things scattered around the room. If anyone would like to, you can make an Arcana check, try and figure out what they're supposed to be doing.
You said Arcana?
Oh yeah.
Arcana.
Hell yeah, I do.
Yes, I do.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck. Jack, you recognize your spear.
Oh yes, that
Yeah.
spear.
Hurl the fuck
Why is he
out of
keeping
that.
it here?
You see it's currently surrounded by a bunch of tools that seem to just admittedly be moving on their own at the moment.
How the fuck
Which they are poking and prodding at it, moving it around, and
does the
goddamn.
feral wild child know? Just like, oh, I know everything that's going on in here. That's cool.
I
Red?
have an innate knowledge of keto and whatnot.
Red, make me a wisdom save at advantage. Add your D4.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
As this is his next wisdom check.
Right in, let me do that.
Technically, it should have been used in the last one, but we plum forgot. And I'm not going to be that guy.
Well,
I
lost it.
firmly forgot.
Sometimes-
Make another
Like,
check.
if it was a big thing, yeah,
Oh,
with the
shit.
Zanpakuto. Oh, shit. Roll your D4. Go.
Now,
Roll. Yep.
can't find it. There it is. Nope, that's 6.
You're almost there.
Oh no.
I can roll one for you if you want.
There it is.
I don't think you want me to roll one for you. You got a 3.
All right, wonderful.
I'm out here.
24. Goddamn. Starting with Shogata and Jack, you notice various items around the room. Show, you can see the tattered remains of other cloaks that have not worked at all. And you can also make out a strange headband with gems infused into it. And after it's not the Quincy gems, but after going through for a bit, you kind of piece together this is probably something that's meant to be worn obviously, which means its effect is likely subtle. Austin, you can see that how to put this, the thing is moving around almost as if there's a mind controlling it, and it's prodding your spear, going to different areas, and basically trying to see how it can improve it. You watch as it grabs a bit of the energy coming off and loops it back around somewhere else, and as soon as it starts to short circuit, cuts the whole thing off and begins thinking, like pausing for a second, altering it again and again and again, over and over and over.
Could this be similar to my homunculus servant that I am able to make?
I would say yes, this could be similar. You do notice that in the middle of the contraption, due to how high that roll is, one of the Quincy gems is there, but it seems duller.
Like it's feeding off of it?
Feeding off it, maybe. You have a feeling it also could mean that it's empty, because you don't see the symbol, but it's definitely one of the gems.
Okay.
Yeah. And as the thing is, it all seems to be sharpening it as well, and after a while it just kind of stops, gently lifts the thing, the spear, and puts it over on a wall that at first seems to be blank, but then pushes through what is obviously an illusion and hides it there. For Red, you're admittedly overwhelmed here. This is a lot of crap you don't understand. And then you just kind of look around, you see the Captain Zanpakuto on a wall open, and it takes you a second, then you realize his blade is shorter than it was when he used it last time. And you don't know what it is, but something deep inside of you, not related to the other thing at all, just a physical feeling of uncomfortability is coming from that blade. You also find your eyes darting towards his mechanical hand a lot.
Cool.
He turns, looks to you all, and goes, well, I have, as you can see, quite a few projects going on with the various objects. Which would you like to interact with? I have both the glove and the bow as well.
Can I ask him about his Zanpakuto? It's making me real.
You gotta role play out what you ask him, though.
I'm getting a very uncomfortable feeling from your Zanpakuto, and I'm unsure why.
Okay. And he just seems kind of confused for a second. And why would I know?
Because you know everything.
I wish. That would make my life a lot easier. And his hand just kind of is clacking around a bit. And he goes, oh, right. You all don't, right. And he kind of walks over, and once he picks up Zanpakuto off the wall, walks over to the still moving mechanical bit that is looking around for something to mess with, and just kind of pokes it with it. And the rest of you don't see anything. Red, you see something like, so for lack of a better term, blob-esque, move from inside of the machine back into his Zanpakuto, which then grows fully back to its original length.
Oh, that's creepy. She says out loud.
The growing Zanpakuto?
The blob that went inside of it.
The second you say that, you hear his other arm just like start crackling and moving around as he flash steps in front of you. You could see it?
Yeah.
Fascinating. Come, sit with me. And he just grabs you by the arm and surprisingly has the strength to pull you, despite being a scrawny ass guy.
Yeah. I'm a giant woman.
Yep.
I don't fight it. I follow him.
He has clearly left Valen and Jack to do as they wish, while he is barraging you of questions. Valen, Jack, are there any of the objects you would like to mess with? He seemed to have given you an open invite to experiment.
The glove.
The glove, all right.
Damn it.
You go over there and you actually see the captain has physical notes laid out next to it that describe its function. For the Quincy's, this glove would forcefully hold their Reiatsu and Reishi within themselves, allowing them to train much faster than they usually would. The only problem is it made it so they could never take the glove off once they reached a certain point, because doing so would, while giving them a gigantic power boost, basically make them normal humans again. There is no known way to cure this, but there are also multiple documented ways or documented times where Quincy, who did do this, came back later fighting without it. And it's a bit confusing as to how that happened. Notes cannot find previous captains' experiments on Quincy's. While I am happy about this, it's stressful to not know. And there are few projects that are labeled with basically, can I do this? And a gigantic question mark. And like stealth glove question mark, spiritual pressure suppression, perhaps spell storage at cost of, or keto storage at cost of being able to regain magic, and various things like that, just countless various projects. And as you look at the notes on most of them, they're a bit above what you're aware your level is at. But you do see a few, namely the one that's about spiritual pressure suppression, which should make it harder to detect someone. Possibly having it be able to store magic in a raw, or not magic, Reiatsu in a raw form and then release it, a mimicry of the Ceroblast. And the last one is simply making it into an expanding armor that starts as a glove.
Ooh. Now, with that note and my own personal experience with armor, could I combine those two?
Which two? There were three.
The glove going into the making armor and the fruit experiment with armor.
Oh, the fruit and
interesting. If the glove itself was bounded with the fruit, then the glove morphs into armor. Would that whole armor piece, or the body, or whatever it covers, thus be also bound with that fruit, or would it just be that glove piece, and the rest would just be normal? You know.
All right. I would say you could, but doing so would require. Do you have the tools to like weave and stuff, like how to make clothing? No, you do not.
No.
Well, you don't have proficiency in it. You can make one though.
Yeah.
You have a feeling you could make the tools. However, you also have a feeling, for lack of a better way of putting this, you would have to figure out how to take this thing apart and put it back together, and you don't know if you can do that. And
yeah.
If you mess it up, you're gonna either have to deal with the fact that this is gone or go steal from the 6th squad captain.
Yeah, and if he can't figure out how to make replicas of this, not perfect, but test subject ones that he could just replicate, throw away if it destroys or like that, then there's no way I could.
He doesn't seem to have tried replicating it yet.
You
do not see anything in his notes mentioning that. You
could I
if you like.
take a look at it to see if I could potentially do this or make replicas?
Give me an intelligence check, whatever skill you want, just one of them.
Any intelligence?
Yep.
Okay. Investigation.
Sure. That works. As I thought about it, I was like, it could be investigation or arcana, now that I think about it.
Shit.
Yeah, no, you're not sure you could do it. The captain maybe, but he has not yet made any attempts as far as you can tell.
All right, I'm gonna put my name on like a little sub piece of paper that I'm always carrying around. Right, duplication item for test purposes
All right.
or fail safes.
And Valen, you said you were going towards the. Are you also going towards the glove?
No,
or are you going to go
once
towards
he gets the glove,
bow?
he's like, all right, and he goes to the bow. Like, he lets him do that.
All right.
It's better to
You go to the bow. You similarly find a lot of scrawled notes. These ones are not as neat. They are spread everywhere. Bow is used to focus most reishi into.
The notes yet.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No.
What are you doing with the bow?
Is there like something that looks like a target nearby?
You want
there's
to fire it.
There's people.
There's people. No, it's not going to be a person. It's not going to attack.
You could aim at some of the objects along the walls.
Is there anything that looks like a shield?
Roll me a d20, just a d20.
All right, I'll do it right here. 3.
There's the shattered remains of one. You're not sure if that's from a separate experiment or if he blew it up.
All right, how much do you care if I blow something up? He says, kind of shouting out to the captain.
And you're kind of hearing from behind. So you can see it. What color was it? Long pause. Looks towards you. Depends on what it is.
I just need something to hit.
And you watch as his Zanpakuto, he mutters the same thing he said last time, spread. And this floating jelly-like thing is made from the blade, floats over, grabs the gem that was in the thing it was supposedly inhabiting earlier, and moves it over to him, or over to you. Feel free to shoot that. I already took what was in there out.
All right.
And he looks towards back at Vert and goes, now tell me, did it look like that? And I'm gonna say this right now, not as big, not as voluminous. It was definitely the same shape, texture, and color though.
That's what I say to him.
All right. And he's getting more and more interested in you as you talk about that. Like, fascinating. Would you like to know where it came from? And then we're gonna cut back over to Valen for a bit.
I forget where I didn't write down the note. Fuck. Then he says the incantation for the magic missile spell, but he focuses it through the bow.
Give me an intelligence saving throw at advantage. All right.
19, yeah. All right.
Yeah. No, you got it. What you're aiming at the gem, I assume? Yeah. Which I guess you just kind of throw into the air and then fire at. You do. The first dart hits it shatters. The second two go wide and because there's nothing there to hit anymore, and just kind of circle the area around themselves before hitting each other.
All right.
You have a feeling your spell could have destroyed those anyways. You're not sure if there was any difference there. But it did feel like something happened, but you're not sure if that was just you focusing it to a small area or if that was it actually doing something. Do you read the notes?
Yeah, now I go over the notes.
Yeah. Yet another Quincy training device. This is for Quincy's who cannot yet make their own reishi bow. This is there so they can focus all their reishi on their arrows instead, improving the strength and their accuracy. True Quincy's do not need these. Current projects are as follows. yet again, several of them are way above what you know how to do.
Mhm.
But the ones that stand out that you are pretty sure you can do are assist in aiming, increased, it's like lower average of or increase average of damage, and then finally Quincy locator question mark. If you want, give me an intelligence check of Arcana or whatever you want on that last one.
I was hoping. Fuck.
Yeah, no, you have a feeling, judging from his notes on that one, that he has tried it the most, and he seems to be missing something. You don't know what.
All right. It's like, and you can see him kind of like, I really thought that would do something. And it's like, and he writes down notes. He's mentions the spell he used,
Mhm.
and felt different. Could be focus.
Yeah, now that you've read the notes, you have a feeling that that equally could have been the thing doing something, but it could have been it doing what it's supposed to do and just letting you focus on the actual attack itself.
Yeah. Crap. So yeah, he brings the bow over to the glove though.
All right. As you do so, we're going to cut over to Vert. The captain has offered to tell you where or why that Zonpakto is weird.
I'm all for it. I need to know.
He hands you the sword and tells you to break it at the hilt.
I do so.
How do you do so? With like our spell? Are you going to brute force this? Are you going to do you have any uses of your fire spirit left?
I do have one more use of the fire spirit.
Do you want to have the fire spirit break this thing?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
All right, so I'm gonna hit it.
First off, of course, expend the use and then have it appear roll damage, and then attack, roll damage.
Okay. Bro, I am fucking rolling
God
today.
damn, dude, right? His dice are on fire.
Wait, what the fuck? 1d20 plus 5. That doesn't sound right. Hold on, I want to check that because that's a little more powerful than most things at this level. Features, class features. Okay. Oh, that's the save, not the okay, my bad. No, that shouldn't be a save.
Just
Oh, that's to hit. Okay. Don't forget to also have the save go in. The
save?
2d6. Yeah. It auto fails. Just roll 2d6 for fire damage.
2d6.
Yes. Yep. All right. Again, no, you slowly and steadily through the use of fire is always hot, manage to melt this thing and break it at the hilt. Make me an intelligence save real quick before the other two Shinigami scream at you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, you don't see anything wrong that's going on. The other two, a Shinigami Zanpakuto breaking at the hilt will kill them.
Yeah.
And he just broke the captain's.
Oh, god damn it.
Holy shit. So yeah, he's like there. He just flash steps there. Just
Yeah. And the captain looks fine. He's not even reacting. He's just sitting there.
he's
And the After you're done, Red, you notice the spirit you've summoned is kind of just staring at the sword, looking somewhat confused as the strange thing comes out. And again, Red, only you can see it. It's this small glob, barely half the size of your little salamander dragon thing.
I'm gonna ask the captain if I can touch it.
Feel free to. What you are looking at, or what you just destroyed, is not my Zanpakuto. And he lifts up his mechanical arm. I'm doing that right. This arm. This is. The thing starts clicking around. I had an incident a while ago during an experiment, and I wanted to see how far I could modify it. Turns out, pretty far. So, what you're looking at down there is a false Zanpakuto with a false Zanpakuto spirit. You all don't need to roll on this. That should be damn near impossible.
Yeah.
You don't know where Asauchi come from or how they're made, but as far as you know, you can't make them. They just happen.
The only way to describe how Sho looks right now is if somebody was running while they were pooping and then stopped because they realized somebody was taking a picture. Like, just complete and utter, like, oh my, what the fuck? Everything's so bad right now. Like, that's the only way I can think to describe it.
It is, its sole purpose really is to move around and help me in my various operations. As you've seen before, so long as it runs across something, it sends a signal to my actual Zanpakuto, which then relays the information to me, allowing me to understand things. It is able to basically run a full diagnostic on everything and then some the second it comes in contact with it. And
I have one of these?
Oh, no. I almost lost the other arm for doing this. And he holds up the flesh one. And I'm a captain.
Yeah, I don't need it that bad.
Yeah. Although, it's like, the fact that you can see it when it's not in its Shikai is very strange. People
Everybody
can't
else can't
see
see it?
Zanpakuto spirits, no. As far as you all know, the dragon is just staring at and talking to something that isn't there. He's just looking like, it's quite strange that you would be able to see Zanpakuto spirits at
Yeah, my
all.
little homie can see it too. And she points at her fire spirit.
That's even stranger. And you watch him go, would you be okay if I did a diagnostic on your spirit thing?
Sure.
Sweet. He picks up his sword, realizes it's broken, walks away for a bit. And he's very nonchalant about all the fact that A, it looked like he was almost killed. B, he has made his own Zanpakuto. C, apparently he's not supposed to do this. And D, there's a person here of unknown abilities, and he is usually much more loud when it comes to stuff like this.
Word.
Red, you see the spirit kind of just start moving around the area. It seems to have the ability to just float. You see it go over to the bow and the glove. You watch as it kind of stops above Austin's notes, floats away, floats by Austin's Zanpakuto, and then stops. And it's just sitting there for a while. Do you tell anyone this, or are you just watching?
Yeah, I'm straight up snitching. Like play by blade snitching.
Austin, Vert is saying that there is something near your Zanpakuto, and it is staring at it, and it belongs to the captain. But also, you can't see it.
I'm going to move I'm gonna move it to the other side to see if, quote unquote, the thing follows it that I can't see.
Oh yeah, according to Vert, because I'm assuming Vert just keeps talking. Yeah, it does. It just floats around, and it's like trailing a fixed distance behind your Zanpakuto. Vert's, I'm going to wait for Red to get back, actually.
Yep. I'm right here.
Oh, okay. Vert, eventually you just see it kind of seems to be not tilting because it's amorphous and blob-like, but it's kind of moving in a very specific pattern as if it's kind of circling itself as it's watching the Zanpakuto go around. After all, it moves away, gets near Shogata's, immediately fucking dashes towards you. It like stops for a second and then almost in fear runs towards you.
Me or Shogata?
To you. And it is right in your stomach. Just nope, it is not okay.
Nope. I'm very confused as to what's happening right now.
As after a while, the captain comes out with.
So did he tell me he play by play still, right?
Yeah. So you communicated that he ran the fuck away from Shogata's Zanpakutos.
All right.
Like it got near one of them, ran, got near the other one, ran faster.
All right.
Can I attempt to talk to it?
Make me a wisdom saving throw. Or animal handling. Your choice.
Let's see. I'm going to go with wisdom because it's higher.
All right. You go with it doesn't seem to be talking to you, but you can clearly tell it's fucking afraid. Whatever the hell was in the other thing spooked it. It also doesn't seem like it talks.
I'm going to pat its head, try to calm it down.
As you do, it's like you expect it to be like as you pet it, but it kind of just softly moves like Jello, basically. Like fresh Jello, where it's like doing as you do so, and it kind of calms down a little, looks around, looks back at your dragon, and they just kind of stare at each other until the captain comes back. Does O'Shaughnessy or not? God damn it! Does Shogata react at all to what he's been told?
Yeah, he basically he puts his hands on his he tries to let it sort he's very proud. He's like, I don't know what that was, but I didn't want that fucking thing around me, and the fact that he's just so happy with.
I had a feeling he wouldn't.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
So
give me an intelligence save if you would like.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Remember, you have that D4 because you haven't done one yet. Actually, shit, you had your Arcana earlier that should have been added to when you were or intelligence save, but it didn't matter. Whatever, you still have it. Roll the D4. See how much more than 21 you can get.
Right. Let's see if I can get to 25 and stay alive. Turns out no.
Okay. You hear this. You hear this. Did you hear that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Making sure. That's all you hear? There's nothing. It's just that.
Oh, man. I should have got that 25.
And it's just like, you don't know any intent on that. It's just very raspy breathing.
Yeah, he's digging it. He's like, all right, Tom Waits, I feel you. Okay.
Okay.
It's never mind.
That an old person? No. Oh, I was teasing. But yeah, no. After a while, assuming no one interacts with anything, Captain comes back, and he has his full Zanpakuto back, and Red, you watch as the spirit just yeets itself in and just kind of has to shove itself in unnaturally, like it squeezing and pushing and slowly forcing itself to meld into it.
That seemed harder than the first time it went in.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you watch as he immediately goes, spread Shikai. The blade yet again turns to jelly and goes near your Zanpakuto Not Zanpakuto. Sorry, the
The
dragon
spirit.
spirit. Yeah. Actually, it does go toward your Zanpakuto first.
Mhm.
And you watch as the captain looks confused, and it just sits there for a few seconds. And as it's much bigger, all of you can see it now as this blob thing kind of bobs in place, staring at his Zanpakuto. Nods somewhat as it seems to form a strange head-like thing to bow, and then goes back towards your thing and then engulfs it. I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Wait, who did he bow to?
Red's Zanpakuto.
All right, and then tries to deep throat it.
Oh
Nah,
my
tries to
goodness.
deep throat the
Oh, he didn't try anything.
Oh baby. What's its HP?
Its HP is
Gone.
20.
20. Okay, let's hope this goes well. Okay, it takes 7 acid damage.
Oh,
Thankfully,
too
it
bad.
also rolled low, as it is engulfed by this thing, and it seems to not enjoy the process. But the thing moves away, goes back, turns yet again back into the blade form, and as he puts it away, he just kind of goes, rubs his fingers. Ah. Oh.
Is that a
Can
bad O or a
yeah,
good O?
you notice his happy tone is gone. Can you all also see the dragon?
That's a good question. I don't even know if they could see the dragon.
They can.
She'll just kind of like nod slowly, like, yeah.
Captain looks towards Jack with what Jack is for the first time seeing, a worried expression.
From the captain?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking A.
Fucking hey.
Yeah, and this is the most happy-go-lucky person in 12 Squad. That man had his arm blown off and went, yo, I'm gonna make an experiment out of this. But he looks worried. How is he reacting for Jack?
Like he was going through the notes, looking at the object, thinking of things. He's seen this. He's still, he's quiet. He's keeping the eye on the captain and ready to bolt if need be.
You are capable of seeing this, yes, Jack?
Define seen and what is seen.
Points towards the giant flame, or not giant, but flaming dragon salamander spirit. What do you see when you're looking there?
A flaming creature.
He flash steps. He's gone. And what's everyone's passive perception?
Oh shit.
13.
Yeah.
12.
13.
All right.
But
You
my
hear
blades
a-
are out because
You hear a my stuff. I don't think that's
don't break shit, man.
Don't destroy things for comedy.
You just made me wake up my kids.
I was being dramatic and I went too far.
We ain't rock stars to
yeah, no.
destroy like $100 worth of items.
You hear a resounding metallic thud, and every window is now covered up.
Uh,
Blue lights turn on in the room, and the captain walks back in. Do not, under any circumstance, summon that around this list. And he hands you a list, including the first squad captain, Captain Commander, Batosai, along with Lieutenant of the First Division, Satoshi, Captain Madam Satori of Second Division. Going through here to find out all the other people. Captain Chosuke Kuroga, of 4th Division.
Not even my own captain.
Captain Goru Shirioku of 5th Division. Shiru, Captain Yamamoto, Captain Yamatoro,
That's my daddy.
Lieutenant of 7th Division Go Shirioku, Akira Kuchiki, Lieutenant of 8th Division.
He could have just made a shorter list of the people we could show it in. Fuck.
Captain Chika of 10th Division, Lieutenant I. Airi of 10th Division, and to especially not show it to his lieutenant or anyone in 12 Squad.
So basically, you and Kenpachi.
Him, Kenpachi, and any other Shinigami you know, such as the 2nd Squad Lieutenant, and most of them should be good. He seems to be listing the really, really old ones. To give you an idea, Captain Yamamoto, his lieutenant, and the 10th Squad captain are from around the time the unknown tragedy happened. That's how old these people are. And
So
Yoshimon goes, what you have summoned is a Zanpakuto spirit.
Oh,
With
cool.
no Zanpakuto, no master, no anything. In other words, as far as I can tell, you have made a Zanpakuto spirit.
I'm nice.
I don't know what everyone else will do about that.
I think
You could be killed.
Show,
You could be arrested. You could get a promotion, but I doubt that.
Probably won't be good.
I think Sho and Jack are kind of just looking at each other like, what the fucking fuck? Like, this is fucking crazy.
Yep. And he's just like, you must be very careful when you summon this. You must make sure as little people know about it as possible. And you must absolutely make sure none of these people find out.
Will do.
All right. We are good. We are calm. We are calm. And you hear him getting back into his old voice as he breathes in and out for a second. Also, if anyone finds out, we never talked about this. And he unlocks everything.
Yeah.
Slowly.
Should I unsummon the homie?
If you wish, as long as he's not seen when you leave here.
I'm gonna unsummon the homie just in case.
Yeah, it just looks confused and then kind of just fades away. Pardon me. It is at this point he finally calms down and seems to listen to something. Snaps his fingers again, rubbing them together. And he's just like, I'm told one of you has added notes to my experiments.
Yep.
Yep. And they
Both of you.
Yeah.
What are your ideas? And he seems to now be trying to distract himself from Vert. Like where Vert had his complete attention earlier, he is nope. He is treating Vert's existence more seriously than he is the fact that he has Quincy objects.
Jesus. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna let. He's like, I'll just let him go. Like, he's just like realize like his note is stupid. But so I'll let him go first.
All right, and he looks towards Jack.
So I did a recorded, but off the books experiment with the fruit to infuse it into armor. I was wondering if we could combine that with your idea of the glove forming into armor, and if that would affect the whole armor piece or just the glove piece. So.
And you need duplicates?
Yeah, that's the point of this, because if you can't do it, hell if I can't, and I don't want to destroy this thing.
3 days, and I'll have more than enough for you to use.
Nice.
All right, wonderful. Now, turn towards Alan. What was your note?
All right. I'm gonna try a sleight of hand to look like I'm looking for the note, but really I'm just gonna like crumple it up.
All right, make a sleight of hand check.
Because he realized after the fact that it's kind of stupid. To that's I think I did okay.
You do it, and he seems to be buying it until you drop the crumpled note.
He doesn't drop it. Like he like just keeps it in his
No, I'm
hand.
saying he's, and then it's just that moment of he looks down at the note and he's gonna go try to pick it up.
Eats
it. You grab it from his hand and eat it. Okay. Sorry, hold on.
And just making super severe eye contact about it. Just
you're trying to be the captain in Speed. Reaches over towards the wall.
It's a surprise.
Yeah. You see him walk over towards the wall where he put the spear in earlier, like genuinely, like you're being weird. Oh, that bad of a note?
He just goes.
All right. Well, there went that avenue. However, I would like to do something. Sorry. Go ahead.
What I did do, which didn't add anything, I tried using. It's a pretty base level spell, but the spell my father created to honor the Quincy's.
Huh?
Not everybody.
You weren't aware.
Like he doesn't like. It's just how he grew up. These are the lessons he has. He doesn't know that like
your he pauses for a second as he tries to get himself. Most of the time when someone has a personal spell they made, no one else knows about it. Like, I don't think the Ginshi Ryuko know he did that. And I don't think Central 46 knows he did that. If they do, he is being even more ballsy right now than I thought he was. And that's saying something.
All right.
He is now getting exceedingly weirded out by this group.
All right.
Even by 12 squad standards, he is in a room full of madmen.
Hey, I haven't gone that far yet.
Right? He's like, there's
one. No, you're the exception.
But he's
because you're normal 12 squad.
Like, he's the crazy 12 squatter, and we're just fucking nuts ass people. Apparently,
you're here T-posing and asserting dominance.
I did that once to the captain. Did that once. I'll take it. But yeah, he's like, all right, and he's like, so you know that now.
How does it work? And he's just like, interested.
Now, is the captain getting very uncomfortably close to him?
Oh yeah, no, he is. Mind giving me some details?
All right, he's like, he kind of gives him like a personal space, please. But he's like, yeah, and he picks up the bow, and I'll just use another spell slot to do the thing.
And imagine these people having spell slots.
I'm curious. Part of me wants to like shoot them at him, but like he's like,
do it.
I need a target.
Do it.
Yeah, fuck it. He's like, he like takes like a couple steps away, like 5 or 10, and then turns around and fires, like just aims and then fires.
Oh, that's what we're doing. And as you fire, you watch the flash steps away.
Yeah.
And the lances continue to follow him, and he's like, oh. No. And just puts his Zanpakuto hand out and just kind of crushes them in his grip.
He's like, I'm going to shoot you again. Run behind me.
Hold on.
All right.
And then give me just a second while I check something real quick. I got to do some rolls. Gotta keep rolling, rock.
Hope he's not gonna murder me.
Oh no, you're an interesting object to him right now.
Yeah,
He won't.
right?
Yeah, no.
Like,
You have weirds on Paktos. Let's be honest. He knows about that.
that's true.
You apparently have weird spells, and you're also a madman. You're a new test subject.
He's not so much a bad man, just a person with alternate convictions.
In other words, a madman.
Yeah, he's definitely kind of crazy in his own way.
All right.
I'm gonna do these rolls.
And you watch, he goes, to honor the fallen, our history lives on. And you see 3 of them go towards you as well.
Oh, all right. Then I use reaction to cast shield, and obviously just block them. You see him put up
Yep.
an incantation, and it's in, we'll say for now it's something in German that nobody can make out until we actually come up with one. So it's like Schlugen, Fliegen, Schlagen, Gogen.
9. It's just no. The incantation is no.
Right, and yeah, and it creates a shield.
Yeah, then all of them just kind of chink off. Fascinating. And this seems to be a more brutish mimicry. Or, no, not brutish. Wasteful mimicry of Quincy arrows. Fascinating. Now then. And you watch he starts walking forward. He is very clearly like at first he's going towards where the bow was, realizes it isn't there, and it's like, all right, you have it.
Yeah.
Or wait, did you use the bow or you just cast
no,
spell?
he used the bow to shoot him and never put it back. And then
Okay.
he cast the spell, he used his other hand, like not the bow.
Okay.
To shoot
And then he's gonna walk over and like put his hand out for the
hands
bow.
him the bow. But like,
Thank you.
yeah, it's like the most tension-filled handoff though.
You holds it. You
like-
watch as he puts his other hand out like he's gonna cast a spell, but he's not doing anything. It's just
His hand was already like on his sword, like I'm dead, but I'm gonna do something. Like I don't.
pulls his hand away and then goes and looks over some of his notes again. All right. Let's see. This could, and you watch as he's clearly thinking through something in his head. He calls you over to assist.
Me?
Yes, you.
Uh,
You seem to have
he groans and then goes.
a certain amount of connection with Quincy things. And I would like you to make an Arcana check at advantage, as he's going to walk you through doing the thing he was going to do.
Oh shit! All right, Arcana.
Advantage.
All right.
That's much better. All right. You begin tinkering with this thing and walking through certain steps as he basically lays out the plan he had done before that didn't seem to be working. And occasionally you just kind of stumble your way into doing the right thing. You're not sure why or how, but sometimes your brain just goes, oh yes, and then we do this, and it works. And he's like, okay, didn't know that was how that worked. Good to know. And you're kind of just going through step by step, and you watch as this bow, through your efforts, is basically rendered into a bunch of floating pieces of metal that vaguely form this kind of strange object around your wrist. And as you do, you see it's like a solid band of metal here, 4 spikes coming off of like the corners of your wrist, and then another ring around that.
Okay.
And
Just like
He-
kind of like holding it out, like
yeah, okay. He's going to tell you to cast the spell again,
all right.
assuming you have the spell slot.
I have one more spell slot.
All right.
But
He tells you to shoot it at him. Just straight up do it.
I'm going going to use a second level spell slot because
Oh shit.
it's science.
Okay, do it.
That's important. I want to mark it down just
As-
because.
As many great characters who saved the entire galaxy are off to say, do it.
That is 4 darts, right?
Yep.
So, down. Not
All right.
bad.
Not bad at all. Wait, isn't it 3 plus 1? Hold on.
Yeah, each dart does 1d4 plus 1.
I think he's talking.
Yeah, 3, so it's 4 in total for the upcast spell. So, yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. You do it. You watch as they hit him, and he lets them hit him. They don't seem to do much. As they get closer and closer, they just kind of start to fade and break apart as they get closer to this man who clearly has a lot more Ryatsu than most things you fought due to being a captain. And they hit him, and he's kind of like, perfect. What you have there is a ring that has now been made from the remains of that. To put it simply, it has lowered the average amount of damage you do when casting spells through it specifically. TLDR, reroll 1 and 2s on damage when casting a spell.
Okay.
And you watch as he kind of sits up and goes, however, I am more than willing to trade that for the sake of A, mass production to better improve society as a whole, and B, in exchange for one of my other items around here that I feel you'd enjoy.
Yeah, he hands the ring back. He's like, yeah, no, that's fine.
All right. Thank you. And he moves his hand over. It's gone.
Yeah, he's like, I'm all for the advancement of Soul Society. Like, he's, as much as, like, he is, like, a madman, he's still, like, very much, like, a part of Soul Society's ruling house.
You watch as he takes the circlet off the wall and just kind of hands it to you.
All right.
I have a feeling you'll enjoy this one more. It's not exactly practical. It's one of my more inane ones, but and as you put it on, who do you look at first?
We'll say him. It'd have to be him because I'm looking at him.
All right. You hear the song "She Blinded Me with Science" playing in your head.
All right.
The item reveals the thoughts of those around you, but only through musical songs.
Yeah, no, he takes
only
it
through
real
music.
Fast. He's like, human world music is not my cup of tea. I prefer the koto. Thank you.
What's that?
Like, he's like, I prefer the koto. Thank you. That's
I can modify that for you.
No, it's fine. You can. He's like, I don't.
All right.
He's basically trying to be like, I don't want your trash.
Damn. Okay, you don't got to be like that.
He's like a fucking noble. There's gonna be times where like that shit comes out. And if it's a time,
to be fair, it is a very nice circlet.
Yeah, it can be.
Right.
But he's a bougie, picky ass person when the time comes. Like it's.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like in exchange? I have quite a few items around here.
He just smiles. IOUs.
All right. I owe you a favor. Now then. And he looks towards the rest of the group and goes, I believe that's more than enough for today. It is getting late, and I assume you all need rest. And, of course, none of this happened, yada, 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 stereotypical don't tell anyone stuff.
By the way, it's the 48, right? Or the 46?
46.
The 46 will talk to us later about the incident. So, what do we say?
Be blindingly truthful about the entire event on the mission and coming back, and how the captain took the items away from you. Don't talk about anything after that. It has nothing to do with the case.
Let Vert explain it too. They do not want to hear her talk.
They will just tell her to shut up and move on to him. I don't know if you're talking, Red, but you are still muted.
Yeah, he's muted.
Yeah, my bad. I was muted. I was basically she was just saying if they're asking you questions, she's pretty sure they already know the answers to them.
That's a fair assumption.
This would be less of a test of what you're saying and more what you're saying against whoever else they're testifying you against, and also making sure you're being truthful. You are, of course, within your rights to throw Captain Yamamoto under the bus, so to speak. I believe that's how the saying goes. Or you are also equally... I know. You are also not required to do so and can just answer honestly what happened, but I do not recommend lying. It will not go well. But you can always just refer to what happened up until the point he took them and nothing else.
Are we all leaving?
You're free to if you wish. I have several things to do. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Are you guys leaving?
Yes.
All right. Austin?
Yeah, sorry.
All right. Shogata writes down a note and kind of sets it on a table and smiles at the captain and then leaves with the rest of
What's the note say?
Your little blob dude's scared of my wooden sticks.
You can feel... Actually, make an intelligence save and then an insight check.
He couldn't help it. He's been so like adversarial with this dude who's been helping him so much. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, intelligence saving throw or check?
Check. Or saving throw, sorry.
Oh. Alright, well, that wasn't the right one, so I'll do the saving throw now.
Saving
You
throw.
piece of shit.
Good job.
10.
Yeah, no, you don't feel shit.
Yes. Oh, I must have just hit it. And what was the other one?
Insight.
Oh, alright. I'm actually proficient in that. Yeah, 17.
You see a look from the captain, but you're not really around long enough to figure out what it is, but you have a feeling he's gonna be trying to find out more about you now. Not from like a girl, I'm gonna get him, but more, oh, you've just made yourself 1,000 times more interesting. I'm definitely gonna experiment on you.
Do I see this happening?
Oh, it was after everybody left. He left the note, and then
okay, because I would seriously warn you to knock the shit off, or you're gonna be kidnapped in the middle of the night one night. No one will know where you went. No one.
His family's got a Jack or something.
After this, I assume everyone returns to the mansion and rests, given that it's probably about, I'd say, 12 a.m., to be honest.
Yeah, long rest. I need it.
Yeah, I need my space.
All right. First off, everyone long rest. And then we're going to start with the dreams of Red. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, you're within that stony area again. The stony kingdom that you found yourself in your last dream.
Word.
You're still... Oh, sorry.
My long rest didn't work somehow.
What do you mean?
Are you going to be changing maps?
I tried to long rest and it said it broke. And then There we go. All right, I'm all set. All right, I'm ready now.
All right. You're yet again within. Yeah, we should be at the. Oh, sorry, at the mansion. And then we're going to switch over to what his spirit looks like. You last time you remember falling down a chasm in order to find that weird dragon girl from earlier.
Mhm.
You're not sure if there's another way down. What would you like to do?
I'm jump down the chasm.
All right, you do. It's just as horrifying as last time because you can't see the bottom. And there's always that primal fear of falling. And you hit the ground, you don't wake up yet again. And this time you see her kind of sharpening her nails against the stone. And after a while, she finally turns around, notices you, and goes, "Oh, look who! Yeah, can you actually? Totally? Come on, tell me you can. Are you kidding?
Oh.
I'm going to." And you last time could not hear a single thing she is saying, but this time she's clearly there, but cutting in and out and in and out as you listen.
Mom's calling. Can I try speaking to her, let her know that I kind of hear her, but not really?
Make me a wisdom check or save.
Ready?
And then tell me exactly how you say it.
All right, so Jesus fucking Christ. I try screaming out like I can kind of hear you, but you're fading in and out. Like, is there something I can do to try to get this communication a little bit better?
You can see her recognizing pieces like ear you at fade to, can't, and you even hear yourself as bits and pieces coming out. She's just, oh my, don't come, or I, and that is just gone.
Okay.
You spend the rest of the night kind of just in the usual dark void of sleep.
Okay.
And next over, we're going to go to Austin. Your character is yet again sleeping. And you are within the glass chamber again. Stuff has moved around, but hasn't moved much.
Do I see the little boy again?
And you do. If you turn around, you see him standing right there, kind of looking at you, ever depressed / hopeless.
Can I, recalling the event in the when we were on the same wavelength, could I try to replicate that?
Intelligence saving throw. If you try and answer his question from earlier, I'll give you advantage.
And that was
questioning where you guys were and what you were doing. What was Central 46?
Yeah. I'm gonna say where we were was in Central 46, a location where Shigamis are called to answer questions, and if they prove mistrustworthy or otherwise, die. Yay.
All right, make me the intelligence saving throw. That is definitely an advantage.
23.
Damn, okay, yeah. You say all that, and he seems to be recognizing it. He is like fully in front, like, yeah. And you can also hear his audio, like, or not audio, his voice fading in and out, but he seems like aware of it, and he's trying to move around. He's like, well, that's interesting. How well can you hear me? I think this is supposed to be hard. I'm not sure. That other was looking at me really weird, and You get it.
Yeah, you're going in and out. This is to be expected. We're just starting this. Yeah, he was looking at you weirdly. I tried to move you away, though that was part of the captain. He's
He
curious.
seems like a weird guy.
Oh yeah, he's weird. We just go with it nowadays.
All right. My name is. Did you hear?
Name part, no. We're gonna work on that. Bet it's too early. We'll take this one step at a time.
All right. Can we do anything? And like the second he questions that, the entire dream fades.
Damn it.
And then last but certainly not least, we go into Yamamoto's dream. The Shogata, you are yet again in the temple, strange and mixed as it is. And the presence is already there behind you. And now you get to actually see what your Zanpakuto looks like. That is what's looking down at you. As per usual, it seems that its fabrics are moving, moving around it, and you finally hear the wind rustles around it as it does. Your Zanpakuto are actually sitting there rather calmly this time. They are not doing anything weird.
He's realizing what this is, and I believe he feels like he might have some measure of control, and essentially soft music starts to play, and he presents himself for a dance, as he's done with the swords, like as he's practiced, as he's done for like a couple of years and stuff. Like it's one of the ways he
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh fuck, really?
Yes.
All right, super dope. Here's hoping. It's just, at least it's just a straight roll. Yep, 7.
You do so, and it just kind of cranes its neck, and you can feel the judgmental staring again. You have you and what we go back to beginning.
It's with the accent, it's really hard for me to like make out what you're saying.
Like, I think the first one was you assume much.
All right.
Have 10 our cov go back orge hour, and then it cuts. And if you want, make an intelligence save real quick.
Yes.
To try and hold on to this.
What did I roll? Was it good?
Yep. 14.
All right.
Yeah. You watch as this creature seems to be repeating itself over and over, and through context you're kind of thinking of what's saying. It's like basically amounting to, you assume much, you not worthy. Have you forgotten your promise? Go back, reforge our, and then that last bit always breaks. And it goes, I shan't give my name until it is done.
All right.
Traitor. And
He's gonna try to
it's
get one. He's gonna try one more time to like end on a dance.
make me a persuasion check.
I got to. But it's like the only thing. Like it's how he's like his brain has learned to communicate with them and shit. So 17.
All right. You're small. And you realize there's kind of a practical thing stopping you from dancing at the moment. And you watch as its tail shifts around, the tip of it being the size of you,
Oh shit.
arcing in front of you, almost like kind of a handshake, basically.
Yeah, he dances
It's
with the tail.
the only thing he can do. And as you do, it just kind of sits there. You see it, the only thing really to show where its head is leaning, the disc on its head moving around and around. And I need you to do me a favor, make another intelligence saving throw.
Oh god.
This one at advantage.
Oh, all right. Advantage. Shies and poopas. Okay, 21.
All right, give me just a second as I mess with stuff. Your Zanpakuto disappears at one point. All that's there is the tip of the tail you are dancing with. Do you keep dancing?
What feeling do I get when it leaves? Is it like a foreboding, like I've lost something, or
it feels like the ground has fallen out beneath you, but you are not falling. It's like you're watching something else fall. Something is changing. There is a shift. You're not sure if it's good or bad. But you do know it did willingly join this dance. You at least know that.
And then if it willingly joined the dance, then I'll continue dancing.
All right. And eventually, as you finish the dance, you look up and see it has now changed into this long, lanky limbed creature, several arms arching out from its back. The tattered cloth has formed into this shroud draping over the head you have still yet to see. And as you finish with a bow and look up at this, you see a crown form around it. One eye looking down at you as three spikes jut up, and suddenly you notice the cathedral-esque temple around you has changed completely, with three large pillars surrounding it as it looks down. You bring back unfortunate. And yet again, it continues. Muted, you can barely make out. It's coming yet again as and then finally stops. I'm watching. You have still yet to earn my name, traitor. But the path is not impossible.
The last thing he says before he wakes up, you're a beast man.
No. Is what you hear. Just, it's not a no of you're an idiot, it's a no of close but wrong.
Oh shit.
Actually, no, you just hear close.
All right.
And you awaken. You've apparently been dancing with your swords in your sleep. Like, they are both stacked on top of each other, and you're not holding them together. They are just doing that.
They're just doing. Oh, fucking nice.
Yeah. And that is where we're going to end today's session.
That was fucking dope.
Theo, you have a Dark Souls boss as your Zangpak Po.
Right? Holy shit, dude. I'm pretty sure that dude kicked my ass in Elden Ring. I'm not positive.
Like,
but...
I can't tell if that's from Demon Souls, Dark Souls, or Elden Ring.
Right? Like, Jesus.
Yes, it's all 3 in 1.
Oh my God.
From Software is your Zongpak
Yes,
Toe.
for real.
Every game they've made.
All right. On that note, this has been Captain Valen reminding everybody to, life happens in every direction. Let's roll with the 1s and 20s on this one. Holy shit, it's been so long I nearly forgot. All right, peace out.